my animal is the green turtle. Now I have a question about the green turtle. How many baby turtles survive? The mother turtle lays 100 eggs. Please write it on a paper. If you don't know an answer, listen careful and find out. So, the size from the green turtle is about 1 to 1.5 meters. It's about me. The most of the time they lives at the coast of Brazil. It's here. This swims every 2 or 3 years to the Ascension Island. The distance is 1,000 kilometers. The speed is about 30 kilometers per hour. It's a very heavy turtle. It's 150 kilograms. At Ascension Island they lay 100 eggs. Then swims the parents to the coast of Brazil with no children. The food they eat is seagrass and seaweed. The life expectancy from the green turtle is 80 years. Specials are, this sea turtle is the largest sea turtle of the world. The name from the green turtle comes from the green shell. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a nice day.
I tell you something about a bird called the Arctic tern. We all know that some birds fly south in winter. The Arctic tern is one of those. It migrates from the North Pole, that's further up here on the map, to the South Pole and back. This distance is practically all the way around the Earth. The Arctic tern is the animal that the most daylight sees. But why? In the summer it is in the Arctic, and there the sun does not go down. If the days grow shorter in the Arctic, it flies to the Antarctic ice packs, to be in a region where the days are longer, and in the winter the sun does not go down. Most of its life is in the air. Its weight is only about 300 grams, so it has to be light so it can fly on the wind currents. The size of this grey and white bird is 30 to 38 centimeters. It eats insects, krill and small fish. It found all its food in the sea. The life expectancy from this bird is about 20 years, so it can live quite long. To breed, he has to stop its flight. It breeds on mainland from England, that's here, or Alaska. Alaska is here. It lays 1 or 2 eggs a year and breeds in May or June. The youngs can fly after 21 to 24 days, but they stay there with their parents for a month or 2. The Arctic tern family fly further when the whole family is ready to fly. Thank you for the listening.
Welcome to my presentation. I want to tell you something about the Arctic tern. Okay. The Arctic tern is a seabird of the sea tern family. Yes, the sea tern family. In Latin, that's called Sternidae. The Arctic tern is a really aggressive tern. Like other birds, the Arctic tern flies south in winter. They travel to a warmer climate. They travel from the Arctic, the North Pole, to the Antarctic, the South Pole. The distance the Arctic tern travels is about 35,000 kilometers. So. That's practically around the Earth. The Arctic tern loves long days. So when the days are long in the Arctic tern is in the Arctic. And when the day grows shorter in the Arctic tern travels down to the Antarctic. The Arctic tern lays 1 or 2 eggs and breeds them on the mainland of England and Alaska. The Arctic tern is 30 to 38 centimeters, as long as your lower arm. The Arctic tern are 300 grams. That's about 3 bars of chocolate. We can eat the chocolate later. The Arctic tern eat insects, small fish and krill. And their life expectancy is about 20 years. Thank you for this.
The grey whale is number 2 in the distance and number 1 is the Arctic tern. It is not surprised that this big underwater animal. It is not a fast swimmer. Its speed is around 10 km per hour. Grey whale is one of the biggest mammals on Earth. Its size between 30 and 50 meters and weighs 32 tons. This big underwater animal had a life expectancy of 60 years. When the winter comes, the grey whale begins their migration. The grey whale swims southward down as far Mexico and Japan. The grey whale is plankton and small fish. When I was 7 years old, I flew with my family to Madeira, and we go with a little boat to the Atlantic Ocean, to dolphin and whale sea, we see one dolphin and one whale and many dolphins. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I have the lecture of the grey whale. There are 80 species of the grey whale. The size of the grey whale is 13 to 15 meters and they weigh 33 tons. And the pairing of the grey whales is held in the winter months. And a baby grey whale size is 5 meters and they weigh a half ton. Grey whales have lungs. Usually they dive 4 to 5 minutes underwater before they breathe. And this big underwater animal have a life expectancy of 60 years. And the grey whale is the number 2 in the distance, and number 1 is the Arctic tern. And the grey whale span is around 10 kilometers per hour. In 1994, the grey whale was removed from the United States endangered species list. And the grey whale is not a fast swimmer. Thank you for listening.